Hello to nobody, probably, for another session of Tachyon Squadron Effekt Flight as part of the Effekt podcast.
Yeah, it would have helped actually if I'd put out a thing saying, "Hey, everybody, we're going to be streaming soon," and I didn't do that.
I know. I was looking for it so I could put it on my socials, but no.
Yeah, I know. I just realised I meant to do it, but I didn't.
Well, I know Hecklers number 1 and 2 are not available this evening, so
Yeah,
I know. Deeply
Very
disappointing.
sad. Very sad.
Heckle and Jekyll.
Yeah.
So we continue our war in the stars after a rough. Well, I don't know whether I'd call it disastrous or not. Your last mission.
It was successful.
We succeeded.
Successful.
Well,
even though it was
we didn't meet the
slightly off
stated
books.
objectives. To be brutally frank, because
You didn't even try them.
we didn't even try and go for the stated objectives.
However, you did manage to discover the
An ambush.
existence. Oh, we have a comment. Hello, Mohammed.
Hey, we've got a live audience.
Did manage to discover the existence of a previously unknown superstar destroyer that was being constructed in the middle of nowhere thanks to the use of a trio of interdictor star destroyers.
Yes.
Unfortunately,
I realise what the plan is, of course, that this is one of Emperor Palpatine's secret fleet that is going to raise in episode
9.
I can't remember. It all blurs into one.
You're about 30 years too early. But...
Well, it's going to take him 30 years to build that fleet. I mean, come on, he's got to plan ahead.
Well, not in Star Wars. You just copy paste.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
They've got they've got what's called printers.
Yeah.
3D
3D printers the size of a Star Destroyer.
Yep.
Right.
It's definitely true.
Or they will have in 30 years.
Yes. And cloning, we know. So there's your crew.
Yeah. Okay. I stand corrected. Carry on with your introduction that I rudely interrupted.
And obviously, as we know, it didn't go quite so well for Bravo, who had to bail out after her ship exploded, leaving her with second-degree burns over her entire body and a wonderful new set of scars.
To show off.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not bored at that. Sorry, it's just turning out that I am maybe tired of it.
Whether the scars or the dressing down from Admiral Joskley were the worst to come from that mission, I'll leave it up to Bravo to say.
Well, I think probably the scars and the thing is, in a way, they protected me from, I was suspended in a Bacta tank. He came and shook his finger at me. A lot, I imagine, of swear words. I don't know what swear words are in the Star Wars universe, but they were
nerve herder.
Yeah, they're not very good.
So I didn't hear them. All I heard
scruffy looking nerve herder.
So
yes.
So I think effectively I avoided the dressing down.
So the rest of the flight didn't, including Ratchet, who claimed innocence.
I think he claimed he was only following orders.
Yep. And Death Wish, who tried to take all the blame.
Yeah.
So we pick up a couple of weeks later with Effekt Flight still not grounded anymore because they don't have enough pilots to keep you grounded for that long.
Mm-hmm.
But getting all the shit jobs.
I can program droids for that.
Oh no! You've been doing stuff like flying shuttles up and down from. So you're still at Mantell, where after your hard and valorous work that they were very happy with, destroying the defenses, the Alliance is now trying to put them back together, and you've been tasked with basically shipping stuff up and down from the asteroids.
As I said, I can get droids to do that.
It's a far cry from your attack preferences. So we're going to kick off, I think, because you've had... So fate points will refresh, because this will be starting a new mission.
Hey!
After
Is
your...
that refreshed to 3?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, everyone's on 3 now because we've no longer got a Y-wing.
Yes.
I can't remember. What am I flying, actually?
B-wing.
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
So
Although
we got...
Let me show you how it's done, Bravo.
You will also actually... I'm going to give you an extra fate point each.
Way!
And this is a permanent increase as your... well, let me...
As we keep dying.
No, as your milestone. I figure we're...
Oh,
Let me just double check what the milestones...
not a fate point.
48.
I haven't got another coin for an extra fate point. I'll have to use a badge.
I have all the darkness points I need. Thank you to my Coriolis players.
Well, let's hope, Paul. I'm using my Modifius D20 Dune dice.
As a counter.
Yeah.
Because it's useless for actually playing any games.
I haven't played any games with it. It looks very nice, though.
I'm just trying to find what you actually get for your milestones. What?
Is it in Tachyon Squadron or is it in the...
No, it's in Fate Core.
Ooh, me milestones.
Ooh, I'm passing a milestone.
Milestones. Wow, there's a number of pages: 248, 255, 256, 263, and 276. So it's that at the end.
Yeah, we're gripping
gripping television.
Yeah,
I have got to say though that a customer of mine at the game shop has said, as was
you work at a game shop?
prophesized. No, I don't actually. I have a different job now.
Yep.
But I still get. He said, as was prophesized, they would return in the time of England's greatest need. Hashtag Scott and Charlene, who are coming back to Neighbours for the last episode.
Yeah, final one. Yeah.
Right, that's not about milestones from the characters.
So whilst you're doing that, I'm just going to tell everybody that I've finally decided what my last 2 aspects are.
Hey.
Oh, well done, Dave.
So
well
my last relationship aspect is our kid is the future of the rebellion.
Okay.
Sadly, he's not here today, so I won't get to use that one probably. My last additional aspect is my David to your Goliath. So
Nice. Yeah.
that's kind of how I feel when I'm flying up against a capital ship, just me. I kind of feel.
Okay.
That's where I am.
yeah, I do want to point out that David and Goliath won't exist for, well, long in the future.
Well, I could change it to 2 other names, which mean nothing to anyone.
Craig, you want
Jazz
Darmok
York
and Gillard?
you want 256?
Yeah, I just found it as well.
It could be my Luke to your Emperor.
My Darmok to your Gillard. Sorry, wrong star.
No.
That's what Dr. B says I was playing tonight. Oh, you're playing Star Trek tonight? No. No.
So you have had a significant milestone, I'm going to call it. Oh, sorry, you.
It's significant. Oh, that's a skill point. Nice.
You get your severe consequence starts healing. Bravo.
Okay, that's my milestone. Is
No, and
I get a milestone. All right.
You each get one additional skill point, which can be spent by a new skill at +1 or increase an existing skill by 1 rank.
Can you go over 4?
No.
Are you sure?
In this, yes.
That's fair enough. It seems totally fair. I was going to go.
Yeah.
I was going to knock technology up to 5, but
Yeah, so was I.
Where are we?
I might up my tactics from 1 because I always end up being in the shit position.
Yeah. And I must remember to let Jerry know about that.
Oh, now has my recent experiences given me empathy or investigate?
I've got investigate at 3.
Mm-hmm.
You've certainly investigate and empathy, given you had your little adventure with the kid getting in touch with the rebels, and empathy. Well, you've had certainly a lot of empathy for a certain tailor.
By tailor, we mean not somebody that makes those delicious Imperial uniforms.
No.
Not Hugo Boss, but a woman called Taylor. Let's go with empathy then.
But that's not empathy, though, is it? That's just having a shag.
And a smoke.
Well, yeah, obviously a post shag smoke, of course.
So, what did you go for, Dave?
I haven't decided yet. I'm just thinking back because I missed the one where we weren't flying about. I haven't done much but flying, so I'm probably going to take one of my spacefaring skills. I might take. So I use pilot if I'm trying to shake people off, don't I?
Yes.
I might take pilot then, actually.
So pilot is your literally piloting and dodging.
Yeah. Being in a ship position is kind of what I do. So maybe leaving tactics at 1 is a good thing.
Yep.
Cool. I should put pilot up to 4 then.
And Ratchet?
I don't know. What is haggling go under? What skill would haggling go under? Would that be empathy or rapport?
Most of the time, rapport.
Okay.
I
will actually get rapport because I haven't got rapport at the moment.
Oh, okay. That would,
I'll get put 1 into rapport.
Okay.
What's the difference between rapport and empathy? Because of course I've got rapport of 3.
Let me bring up the proper definitions.
Yeah, I've got rapport of 2 and empathy of 1.
I got 1 at both now.
Empathy.
18. Rapport is the skill you use when you want to get along with people.
And empathy is knowing and being able to spot changes in a person's mood or bearing. It's basically notice for emotions.
Yeah. It's anti-lying.
Yeah, it's I can't think what the D&D skill is.
Insight.
Can
I take my 1 point out of empathy and put it into rapport? So I got 2 in rapport. It just makes more sense for me to have rapport than empathy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because
you were only following orders when I gave them to you.
Yep.
You believe me.
Yep.
So that's your increase. Before we kick off, I'm going to give you each 1 off-duty action that you may, if there is anything you wish to do.
I'm out of the Bacta tank, am I?
Yes, you're out of the Bacta tank. recovering slowly. So a severe condition recovers at the end of the next scenario.
Okay, but it doesn't, apart from the fact that I look ugly, it has no consequences on my dice roll.
On your dice rolls, no. It fills, obviously, the slot, so
Mhm.
you can't take another one at the moment.
Yeah.
And I could invoke it.
Right.
If, for example,
I was
you
chatting up Taylor or whatever.
Yep. Or you are trying to go undercover and they get reports of a scarred and
Yeah. Gotcha.
distinctive woman.
And that's the severe consequence from the last game, is that right?
From ejecting into space and not doing very well on the roll.
Yeah. Yeah, cool.
From not ejecting into space.
From being rescued by Death Wish yet again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last time you rescued me, you actually saved me from the flames. This time,
well, you're not dead, so it's not too bad.
So, in terms of your off-duty, so you each get a little scene of something that you want. The off-duty actions are recover stress, which you don't need to worry about. Fix your ship, which you don't need to worry about. There's been enough time for that. Go shopping if there's anything you wish to acquire in terms of personal equipment or intel. Nose around.
I think I need some boots number 7.
Visit the doctor. So I would, at this point, because Bacta is so effective, if you wanted to use that, you could make another recovery roll. And we'd shift it from, if you were successful, I'd let it shift from a severe to a moderate.
Right.
Sleep, but we don't need to worry about that. These are a lot of the options are for when you're running Tachyon Squadron in the purer state. The default's more Top Gun approach, where it's mission, a little bit of downtime, mission.
Downtime.
So we'll start. Anyone want any ideas?
Yep. We go to a.
I'm not letting Ratchet anywhere near my ship. Number 1.
Well, I don't need to get near your ship. I've got droids for that.
Now, all his droids.
Which droids is the question?
I've had enough of his upgrades. Thanks very much.
Okay, so we basically go to a cluttered, filled room full of variety of different technical sort of technical gubbins, and we see basically Ratchet peeing around with like circuit boards and plugging things in, and then typing some stuff on a computer. And basically, what I want to do is I want to I just want to basically take over, basically insert a few more background, back doors is the word, into the.
Are you taking over the fleet?
Another 10 admin accounts.
Yeah, basically, I want to add in. I'm just basically adding in a few back doors, and then because I'm just practicing on the Republic fleet, because I want to do exactly the same on Imperial stuff.
Well, they've certainly captured enough Imperial gear that you'd be able to practice on that. So can you make me a technology?
Okay.
Against. Let me just check that there's not anything else. Actually, I'm going to make this an investigate roll because you're looking for backdoors rather than exploiting them.
Yep, that's cool.
It's going to be against a 3.
Okay. Well, I've got investigate at 3, and I maximize one of my dice because I've got a high performance data pad.
Yep.
Which maximizing the -1 gives me a total of 6.
6. Okay, so yes, you are able to become familiar with Imperial tech that will say that if you can get into close range, like personal range with it, you'll be able to remotely hack it with your data bag.
Okay,
Not if you're in your ship, though.
it's fair enough. Yeah, do you know what I mean? I didn't expect that. The ship stuff, I'll do on the fly.
Yeah. No, it's more. This will be easy hacks, sort of, bypassing basic security doors, sort of thing.
I'm just thinking, I just want to be a bit like the ultimate hacker in the second film that we don't talk about. In the Last Jedi, I can't remember what the character was called.
I can't remember his name either.
Yeah, but yeah, it's that sort of thing.
Okay, yep.
So I'm going to spend my time helping familiarize Bravo with the B-Wing, because she's obviously not very good at looking after her ships. So I'm getting all the...
I just want to point out that my talent is, or my stunt is, this is my ship. There are many like it, but this one is mine.
Yeah, but
it's not yours anymore because it's vaporized.
So
So I'm getting all the kind of like all the online inductions and the familiarization tapes, and I'm going to her bedside and I'm going to take her through them to really make sure she's well qualified to fly a B-Wing. This isn't done by being a twat. I'm genuinely trying to help you because I don't want you to blow your ship up again.
How in favor of this are you, Bravo? Are you actively trying to ignore him?
I'm bloody safety conscious, aren't I? So I will sit with him.
So
float with him in my back to tank.
Death Wish, can you make me a? We're gonna make this. Would it be pilot or tactics?
Or rapport.
Or technology.
I don't think technology.
It's a technology ship, so
yeah, but it's more about making use of the ship as a whole. I think I'm going to call it a tactics role.
No, I'll make it pilot. Go on.
No, I think because it's how you're trying to teach her how to use the ship effectively.
Yeah, pilot's it.
So tactics.
Can we split the difference?
No.
I've only got one in tactics, and I deliberately didn't take any more. Okay.
It's going to only be against a 2.
Okay. Well, I'll see what I get. Right. Okay. I only get a 1, so I get 2 minuses, 2 pluses, plus 1 is 1.
1. So that's a fail. So you spend many hours at when Bravo has to go in the tank for extra sessions. And Bravo, you thankfully don't hear much of it.
No, but I do try and pay attention because I am safety conscious. I do read the manuals.
Yeah.
And it is my thing to really know my ship back to front.
And what would you like to do, Bravo?
Sit in the back to tank, listening to bloody.
So you want to use the doctor?
Unless I'm just thinking. Should I go and apologize to the commander?
Nah.
I also disrespect authority, so I'm not going to.
No, you would be sucking up if you went and did that. Yeah.
When you say go and apologise to the commander, do you mean the admiral or Matak, who you slapped?
Oh, not apologising to Matak. We never made him a promise. He gave us a hard time. We saved his bloody life. We didn't need him nagging us.
Because he has now been appointed as commander of the Mantell Planetary Defence Force.
Right. Okay. Just as well. No, I will.
No.
I was thinking about respecting authority, but then I reminded myself that.
Then you thought, fuck it.
I don't.
So you visiting the doctor again?
Or maybe does anybody on this capital ship or carrier or whatever we're on have a fetish for burned women?
How are you finding that out? Are you going on like
going to a bar?
The notice boards and type up. Anyone fancy a burned girl?
There is a.
I mean, I do find love. That's
if you wish, yes, you don't have any stress to recover at this point, but I'm not going to stop you.
Well, I think that so actually out of all the things, I've got to cope with this. I feel I'm body positive about this. I'm not going to let this horrific scarring get me down. Or change me in any way whatsoever other than give me 1 point more empathy.
Well, even though that's your positive decompression aspect, because you're doing it when you don't need it, I'm going to give you a fate point for that.
Oh, hey! So no, just get this right. So when we upgraded milestoned, we got an extra point plus a fate point.
No, sorry, I got them mixed up in terms of what you got. So you're
we didn't get right. I am
your
back
refresh
onto Y-wing standards of fate points.
So how many fate points should we have now?
3.
You should all have 3.
Yeah.
And your refresh is still at 3. Yeah.
Okay.
And Bravo has earned an extra one after she goes and chats up a.
I don't know.
What's the name for a person who likes someone who's got third-degree burns all over them sexually? There must be a.
Well, for a start, there isn't a name, and secondly, it's second-degree burns.
Oh dear.
But yes, you do find a technician that takes you back to, well, it's not so much their quarters as the empty bunk room.
In all my years of watching Star Wars, I don't remember there being so much sex in it.
Yeah,
as there has been in this
Tachyon Squadron. I think there's quite a lot of sex. So,
I mean, you've seen Top Gun, the amount of the volleyball scene.
Yeah, there's a lot of sex in there, and it's pyrophilia. If you're interested,
I did. I was going to look it up, but
beat you to it.
So, as I say, a couple of weeks have passed since your last proper mission. When you are called back into the briefing room, and the Admiral is there, as is Commander Matak of the Planetary Defense Force.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just Effekt Flight that have been called into this meeting.
Oh, it's a bollocking.
And you're off to sit down, and
I'll wave at the Matak and smile.
He looks a lot more serious than you
remember. Okay.
Remember, and doesn't look happy when Bravo walks in.
Because you recognise me. I've got an entirely different complexion now.
It turns out that he's a pyrophilic.
And the Admiral looks at you, and once you sit down, again, not looking overly happy, but seemingly you are the people for the job.
Expendable.
Take risks. Needs off his ship. Effekt Flight. Good afternoon.
Afternoon, sir.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Against my better judgment.
What is?
I was about to tell you, Ratchet.
Oh, sorry, sir.
Yeah, against my better judgment,
he hasn't gone very far, has it?
I have a need to put you back into active.
In Top Gun, there's only one person who's completely and utterly, disrespectful and, talks back to authority. This is an entire squadron of those people. There's no contrast. It's just.
I don't talk back. I'm just confused.
Ratchet is just very enthusiastic.
And there's 2 in Top Gun. Goose talks back. Yeah. Not as much as Maverick.
Not much, though. He's not much. Yeah. But
well, he's only in half the film, so.
Yeah.
True. We can always hope
Mad Magazine had it of terminal cliche.
Yeah, indeed. Luckily, I haven't got a wife and child to turn up in this, so I'm safe. I'm safe as houses.
Yeah. Much as I hate to admit it, I have a job that needs your particular skill set.
You want something mucked up, sir?
Capital ship blown up, sir.
Marvel me. Look at that. I went from what I was going to say to something that was Star Wars friendly.
And he puts a data slate down on the table. This is the intel that you recovered from Mantel via our contact, Starin Monche. That we have only just been able to decrypt and fully appreciate the analysis of. And it pops up in a hologram, and it looks like just a list of ship names and flight times.
Mm-hmm.
What we have here is a list of every commercial shipping going through the sector for the last 3 months. Compiled, it would seem, by an Imperial source. But thanks to Commander Matak and his contacts on the planet, we've been able to filter it heavily, and it makes a motion, and a number of the ships disappear. And identify the list of ships that have gone missing from reported pirate activity. Filtering further by material that we know is showing up on the black market, and the ships cut down again. We believe we have been able to identify the shared point of shared aspect that links them all together, and we believe why the Imperial forces seem to be hunting these ships in particular. Cargo, it pulls up like a list after list of cargo. And you can see it's all fairly heavy machinery stuff that all fits in with what you'd expect, given what you know about the Superstar Destroyer being conducted. The common factor between them, and a picture shows up on the screen, is this individual. And there is I've forgotten the name. Oh, no, sorry. It pops up. I haven't got a screen for you to show.
Right.
It pops up. If you remember the race that were responsible for the cloning in episode 2.
Camino. Yeah.
Very tall, thin, spindly.
Going on a long walk through Spain.
This is Los Cabent.
Cabent.
I'll put that in the chat for you.
Thank you.
They are a smuggler with ties to the Black Sun Syndicate.
Ooh.
And based on the intel that we've been able to gather, the only common point between all of the ships that have gone missing and match cargo manifest that we believe the Empire are currently interested in. Unfortunately, they've gone to ground on the last known point of call was the Enkil Mashki system. And we need to know what they know and how the ships are being picked by the Imperials. Right now, we don't have the forces to be able to take on a Super Star Destroyer, even in the state that it appeared to be in your intel that you recovered on your unauthorized flyby.
Unauthorized but fortuitous.
Reconnaissance expedition.
Special mission.
Well, technically, Ratchet, I guess it can't be a mission since we weren't given it.
What you said?
Yeah, I said we were following the intel. I didn't say anybody had told us to follow the intel. You chose to believe that.
Yeah, I did.
That's it. Throw one of your troop under the bus there, Bravo.
No, I'm having a private word with him, just in his ear, so he didn't go on about how we're following a mission. I'm just explaining. I'm taking it on myself. I'm saying I lied to you. Well, actually, I didn't lie to him. I was always very clear that we weren't.
Didn't tell him the whole truth.
I pretty much did, but when he didn't believe me, I didn't particularly
dissuade him of the fact.
Worry about it too much. No.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, at the moment, we've been unable to jump any ships into the region of the Star Destroyer. We believe they've likely relocated it. Even a small movement.
Do you want us to go and find it again, sir?
No, not directly. We want you to find the chain that connects Black Sun through up to Moff Narkav, and we need more intel on its status and armaments.
So let me get this right, sir. I don't want to misunderstand the mission.
Again.
This Kaminoan, I think is how we say it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Los Cabent is working for Black Sun, but you don't think he's the Imperial contact with Black Sun. Or you think he is the Imperial contact, but he's being controlled by higher Black Sun people.
Is he the middleman?
We suspect he's the middleman.
And you want to know who his contacts within Black Sun are?
We want to know what the contact between Black Sun and the Empire is.
This is my failure to understand. I'm not trying to
be a dick
here, but is Los Cabent the route between the Black Sun and the Empire? And what we want to know is the route behind Los Cabent to whom in Black Sun, or are we saying there is more to Los Cabent's connection with the Empire, and we want to find out the people between him and the Moff?
We need to find out which Vigo is behind it.
Vigo, Ratchet?
Black Sun Vigo. It's the bosses of the Black Sun.
Sorry, that was an out of character. I didn't realise that.
Sorry.
Presumably, we are trying to find the supply route that is supplying this Star Destroyer.
We need to answer your question, Bravo. We need both directions. We need to know who is controlling Cabent and who their contact, who they're passing information on, so that the interdictors are able to intercept the shipments. And once you have successfully done that, we need you to arrange to be one of those shipments.
Oh, yeah.
The information we have about Moff Narkav's forces is incomplete. So we want you to arrange a civilian shipment that will be of interest to Cabent and ensure your capture and subsequent escape with the intel.
I have contacts on the planet's surface that can that can create a, shall we say, slightly under the counter shipment.
Do we have resources to be able to pay them?
You will be given a small credit fund, yes.
Enough to basically hire a ship that we can fly.
Yes, a small cargo ship would be within that. Or there are a number that we've captured in the Mantell system that can have their transponders refitted.
Yeah, we just need a class 4 that would fit our ships in.
Yeah.
There are a number of options. They're not the best, Ratchet, but I'm sure you'll take that as a challenge. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have much to talk with Commander Matak, and the Admiral heads out and leaves you with a couple of aides that are there to answer your questions. So,
as Matak leaves, I'll wave and say, "Nice to see you again, Matak." And I like stumbled. I couldn't remember his title,
his new rank.
Come on, you would have recognised his uniform, Commander.
Okay. No, I just still stumbled and then said Matak. It was like I was stumbling for the words.
He does nod and acknowledge you, but not as enthusiastically as you are.
Why are you two desperately trying to provoke this guy?
What? I like Matak. He's a nice man.
By disrespecting him.
I couldn't remember what he was, so I'm not very good with the ranks.
But the reason I hit him the once was because we had made no promise to protect his forces, and he kept bloody asking us to go and protect his forces while we were on another mission.
You hit him?
Yeah.
Well, that's why he was throwing daggers at you, because you hit him. Well, why'd you hit him?
Because
that's not very nice.
I'm not a very nice person.
Oh.
Take that as a warning, Crip. Don't go anywhere near my B-wing.
Okay.
So
I won't go anywhere near your B-wing.
Damn you, Crip! Why did you not spend that point in empathy?
At least he didn't say, "I won't go anywhere near your B-wing again."
Well, yeah.
Right.
So you have the attention of the aides, essentially as a asking
So where
questions.
can we find this? Oh, excuse me, this coming Owen. Where is his?
Which system are they meant to be in?
Enkel Mashki system, isn't he?
Yes.
Oh, right. Oh, right. I was wondering who that was.
It's not a who, it's a place.
Yeah. Okay.
Do we know anything about that system?
You would know that it is it's not a major route, but it is industrialized. It's sort of industrialized in the same way that Earth is industrialized. It's not like Star Wars where the entire planet is a factory.
Yeah.
There are a number of starports, major starports. It is it's got a number of gas giants that are mined for refined elements and then shipped down to the planet, processed and shipped out. So there are a number of orbital refineries around these gas giants.
Right.
It's an imperial world still, but it's one of these loose imperial worlds. So they technically control it in the same way that the Imperials technically controlled Tatooine.
Yeah.
They were there, but they weren't in control.
In control, no. Is there an underworld boss who does?
Can you make me for that?
A roll on my dice.
Yes.
Sense that coming.
It's going to be an investigate roll for that against.
Can I assist?
You can. I cannot remember what assists.
Because I'm good at investigate.
And I have nothing in investigate.
Let me just double check what assists do. It's the problem with
Blades in the Darking, so it might be. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, it will give you if you assist, it will give you an aspect, a boost that you can spend on it. If you want to flip it the other way around and have Bravo assist Ratchet, I'll let that.
Okay, I'll tell you what, Ratchet, I know you like looking stuff up.
Oh. Yeah.
We know this, and this about this planet. Who's the local mob boss?
Okay, so who's the Vigo? I know there's a Vigo called Vigo. I think there's a Black Sun Vigo, possibly by the name of Mortism, but I'm not. But that might not be on that planet.
I knew that was.
What I want you to do is use an investigate roll.
So, Bravo, before Ratchet does, can you make me an investigate roll against a 2?
Right, to get an aspect.
Potentially, yes.
Okay, against 2. This may not go well. Oh, I get, sadly, 0 against my investigate of 0. Therefore, I get 0.
Okay, so you just straight roll here. Ratchet, base of a 2, the better you do, the more information you'll get.
Okay. So that's a total of 5.
So
well done,
the Vigo is called Zen Gostan.
Zen Gostan.
And they are a Thaleen.
Foline, yeah.
So they're reptilian.
Not the Trajacians, though.
No, it's a Faline, which they're sort of like less.
I'll look it up on the internet.
Big.
5. So that was. Let me just.
Is that with style?
That is with style. So I'm pulling up, trying to remember which tab I left stuff.
Oh dear. 1 L is Elder Scrolls. 2 L's is Wikipedia. Oh yeah, I know those guys.
They are part of Black Sun, and they operate using a series of. They're not shell companies because they are actually real companies. That's known as the Vikander Alliance. That covers shipping and refinery. They own one of the refineries in orbit.
Refining what?
So they scoop off material from the gas giant and refine out various minerals and rare metals and rare isotopes. I mean, they also produce plenty of fuel in terms of hydrocarbon fuels.
Yeah.
And it was success with style. So you would also be able to find out that they have their headquarters on the main planet. and we're on Enkilmaski, aren't we? It's the problem. I've got too many tabs with notes in too many places.
I'm just going to go and grab a drink. I'm dying of thirst for some reason.
Okay. I cannot find that note, so we'll call it the Vastan starport, which is where their HQ is based.
Okay.
And the planet is called Vastan, because so it's the main starport.
Okay. So in the Enkilmastia system, is Vastan is the planet.
Yeah, so that's the main inhabited planet.
Cool.
As I say, it's a fairly industrialized planet, but not every landmass covered.
Yep.
While they're doing that, Deathwish, do you have anything that you would like to investigate, find out?
I'm not really an investigator. No, I don't think so. I'm not sure there's anything
Is there any prep that you'd like to do?
I guess I don't know what kit I've got in terms of like personal gear, other than my Nymodian flute, which doubles as a weapon.
So generally, I assume you have stuff like a basic blaster, a data pad, cred sticks. Essentially, if it makes sense that you'd have it, you'll have it.
Yeah.
It just doesn't give you any mechanical bonus.
No, that's fair enough.
If there is any specific equipment or kit or weapons you would like to go in requisition, I'll let you try and do that.
I don't know if my imagination is failing me this evening, but I can't think of anything particularly that I suddenly think I need.
Okay. You're muted, Bravo.
That's because I'm eating crisps. I said Dave doesn't want to go shopping.
No, Deathwish has everything he needs. He has a Deathwish. And
who needs stuff when you're going to be dead soon?
Exactly. No, I guess for the moment we're not even taking our ships, are we? We're going in kind of incognito. So,
well, it depends on whether you want to take a smaller ship first,
with our ships inside them.
Well, yeah, or whether do you want to take like a small personal civilian ship, or do you want to take a big freighter that has your ships inside them?
Big freighter that has our ships inside them.
Yeah, I never like to be too far from my ship. So yeah, whilst they're doing the investigation,
can we not take our ships and land them somewhere a bit secret and go from there?
Although it's an Imperial planet, so flying in rebellion ships might not be a good idea.
Plus, we need to be basically bait at some point, and being an E and 2 B wings isn't really very much baity.
No, but we've got to acquire a ship on this planet, haven't we? So
there are ships at Mantell that you could take,
right?
Yep.
But it depends on how you want to approach it.
Let's take our ships with us just in case. So I'll be sourcing this freighter and getting it sorted and ready to fly whilst these two are investigating.
Okay. So the freighter is not great. It's basically a giant box with an engine at one end.
Can I do anything to it to soup it up with my technology of 4?
Yeah. While they're doing this investigation, I'll let you try and make a tech roll. So at the moment, all of its stats are at -1, and it has 1 shield. It doesn't. So its stats are pilot -1, tactics -1, technology -1. Doesn't have any weapons.
Yeah.
So what would you like to try and?
Let's try and boost the shields.
Okay. Can you make me a tech roll? This is gonna be against a 3.
Okay. So that's +1. So that's 5 in total.
5. Yep. So I'm gonna say you're able to boost up the shields to. Let's take it to a 3 because you haven't got any weapons.
Cool.
What do you want to call the ship?
I'm gonna call it.
The ugly lozenge.
The pride of the pride of Naboo.
Yeah, Pride of Naboo. That sounds good. Yeah.
Now, does Matthew realise is he muted because he's swearing at us?
You may be right there. I just want to point out that Naboo made the most beautiful ships in the entire galaxy. Not a heap of shit.
That's true, yeah.
Sorry. Gopher dung. Like this.
Yeah.
Banter poodoo.
Banter poodoo, yeah.
Yeah, it's the ugly bantha. Then that's what it's called.
The ugly bantha.
Oh.
That's
a bit more appropriate. So, yeah. While you're doing your investigation, Bravo and Ratchet, Death Wish disappears off, and you don't see him for a few hours until he comes back from the surface and lands. It's, as I say, it's essentially a giant rusting box with an engine on one end. And
that looks so cool.
Actually, you wouldn't land it. It's too big for that. You'd probably dock it next to the hangar bay. And a tiny. It's almost like they've taken this giant box, shoved an engine on one end and a cargo container on the other, and cut a window for the cockpit in the cargo container.
She may not look like much, but she's got it where it counts, kid. I made a lot of special modifications myself.
Yeah.
Should be good then.
And you've got enough space to load up your ships into it.
Yeah, I'll load the ships whilst they're busy investigating stuff.
You've just bought a ship, modified the ship, flown it here. I think we've probably investigated in that time.
I'm very efficient when I start something, you know.
No, by the time you get back, they're wondering where you've gone, and then this box pulls up outside the hangar bay.
Yeah. Immediately, I'm going over the flying box if I can. I'm having a look round.
We have Nymodian throat singing across every channel on the ship.
Oh, that's really cool. I like that.
Is there anything else
the plumbing
you would like to do before you head off to start your mission, or anything else you would like to ask the aides?
Looking over the box that Death Wish has brought back, is it possible to basically put our ships inside that ship to have an explosive sort of so they really quickly burst out of it when we need to, so enabling us to have a bit more drop on people when they try to ambush us?
Not easily.
Okay.
There's basically one entire face of the box.
Yeah.
Is a door that just opens up.
Okay.
You get the feeling from looking at it that probably like containers were just lifted straight into the ship. It's just as I say, it's a giant box.
What about if I sort of like put a shaped, not a charge, but shaped burn, something that would literally put it like effectively like a shaped charge, but instead of actually blowing a hole, it burn a hole in the. So when we press the button, it just basically a hole would appear that would be able to immediately, each of us would be able to fly out of.
Squadron leader, do we really want Ratchet to be like laying explosives all around this rickety ship before we even leave?
Not convinced.
I get the idea, Ratchet, but it's just the considering what happened to my A-wing when you fiddled with it, my B-wing when you fiddled with it.
Although I tell you what, it would be cool
better
if just the sides floated away and there were a number of fighters just already launched effectively.
I'm not denying that for a second. It's just my concern that'll happen when we're in hyperspace before we get there.
No. I'm efficient and good and
Ratchet,
I'd make things well. Yes.
Plan for this, but do not put the cordite or whatever it is you're using to burn through in place until we have completed until we have completed the investigative part of the mission.
Yes, obviously, but I need to be able to get that.
Yes.
Ready.
Yeah. Then get that sticky stuff off the first episode of Firefly is what I'm thinking.
Well, I think given the amount of it you're going to need, because you're either trying to blow the bloody doors off, or you're trying to.
It's a cordite thing, which just literally just burns. Cordite is the right thing I was thinking of.
Can you make me a rapport roll here, please, against a 3?
Can I use haggling prodigy?
Is that an aspect?
Yeah. Yes, it's my aspect. Yeah.
Well,
that's a fate point, is it?
Yes, but you don't need to spend it until after you've rolled.
I roll. Okay. So I've got nothing else appropriate. So. Oh yeah, I'm going to use haggling prodigy. Lets me re-roll, doesn't it? If I want to,
or a +2.
He needs a re-roll.
+2 of that gives me a total of what was it against a 3? Was it
3? Yes,
I've got 3. If I just get a +2.
Okay. The quartermaster, who is a Mon Cal that is used to your unusual requests. Being more, mostly, I imagine Ratchet comes along going, "You got another cleaning droid," and returns like, you check out a cleaning droid and it returns as an assassin or something.
Quite possibly. Well, not necessarily an assassin, but something weird.
Cleaning droids make the best assassins.
Yep.
Those assassin droids look too much like assassins.
Exactly. Yeah. All the blades, it's all the swords. That's the problem. When you ask for, a crate of high explosive, essentially.
It's not high explosive. It's slow burning.
Yeah, well, it burns through it. But anyway.
Yeah, but we
need it to do it quite quickly, though. So yeah.
Yeah. The difference between the stuff in Firefly, though, that was burning through a door. This is burning through structural walls of a ship.
This is what Crip is going to work out, is where to put it, so that it makes it...
it doesn't blow our ships up.
That would be good. That would be good.
I imagine, sort of, Bravo, you're just finished loading your new B-Wing into the Bantha.
Yeah.
When you see
don't put the crate there.
Crip returns, comes through the airlock, and rather than like a case, under his arms, he's got a grav trolley stacked with this stuff, because it's like, well, I'll need this much to get the entire thing.
I roll my eyes. I look at Mondo.
Go boom, but a good boom.
Not
So
boom.
Yeah.
You're only supposed to blow the bloody doors off.
I'm going to say that you've got crates of blasting cable, we'll call it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I won't give it any stats at this point. For what you're using it for, it doesn't really need it, but
nope.
So, unless anyone has anything else, are you departing the fleet?
I guess so.
Heading off.
Wondering about whether I can source some death sticks.
You could try, yeah, a report row.
A report roll. I'll give it a go. Let's just see.
So what exactly do death sticks actually do?
They're cigarettes, basically.
Ah, right. Okay.
But
a sedative.
Implied to be much more addictive and bad
Yeah.
for
Right.
you.
Yeah.
I'm not addicted. I can give up any time I want. I'm just seeing whether there was something.
It's only going to be against a 2 here.
Right. Oh shit. No, there's obviously a law-abiding thing. I'm at 3. I'm at 1.
1. You're not able to acquire any death sticks, but you don't ask.
I'm not pushing it. I don't want to get in trouble for asking. So yeah. As soon as they're not there, I'm backing away. They were for a friend anyway. So
Yeah. I don't need a. Yeah, I don't need a death stick.
I honestly don't need the death stick. I can give up any time I want. Don't go on about death sticks all the time. I mean, shut up about the death sticks. I'm fine.
Should have
But
called
if
the
you've
ship
got one.
death stick. I think there must be a Numadian song about death sticks, so I'm going to play that over the internal
That'll
intercom.
be fine because I have no idea what you guys are saying.
It'll be dum 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 dum. Da, 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 da.
Yeah,
Happiness
is a
is
death
a
stick.
death stick called Hamlet.
Yes.
So you head off from the fleet. Are you going straight to Enkil Mashki, or
I think we should go on a circuitous route.
We should probably do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we get any sense of how? Is there a deadline we're working to here? Is this? Can we go? Can we go and have a short holiday somewhere first?
No,
You
I tell you
weren't
what.
given a
could
deadline?
Plot a trajectory back from, as though we're coming back from the location where we found the interdictors and the Superstar Destroyer. So it looks like, if anybody's looking at us, we may have done a run there already, and then we can maybe use that to our advantage when we're saying, "Oh yeah, I can do a run over there."
If we do
Oh no, I'm not
that,
doing a run over there. No, forget it.
no, yeah, because we want to be caught.
Yeah, we want to be pirated, don't we?
Yeah. So we want to come from looking at the because obviously I took a copy of all the information basically when they were showing it up. So we need to basically come from a place that going to a place that has the parts that they are looking for, or manufactures the parts that they are looking for.
Well, I mean, Mantel would have been a place that you've just come from.
Okay, well, we can basically manufacture that. We've got our itinerary, on our manifest.
Yeah.
On the manifest, I'll manufacture with
some paperwork, but not actually buying any things, as you mean.
Yes. Get a load of paperwork.
Our cargo bay is full of ships, so we wouldn't.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
we can't let anybody
full
in there.
of ships and crates. Just like one level of crates at the end.
At the end, by your ship, Ratchet. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah.
No, we can have them there so that when we fly out, we go through a series of empty boxes, just like Starsky and Hutch used to.
Won't need to. We'll be blowing out the
Starsky
side
and
of the ship.
Hutch. Red B-wing, white stripes.
You'll get mistaken for the Jigs of Hazzard.
I'm not going to have the blooming Confederate flag on the top.
General Lee.
And that's
No,
orange.
you're on the wrong side for that.
Yeah, I think so.
So Mantell, because of the shipyards, would have been a good.
So on the way, I'll knock up a manifest so we've got all the parts that they're looking for, basically. So we've.
Yep.
And we're going because we're going to.
You're going to Enkilmaski.
So we're stopping off, refueling there, and possibly stopping off, to get something, and then we're going somewhere else that will require the parts. But
we're refueling from the refinery, aren't we?
Yeah, I'm going somewhere that will be quite easy to nab us.
Yeah.
Right. Yep. So you would know that most of the ships that have gone missing have been going like across the sector. So almost there's this area in the middle that doesn't have any planets or star systems, which is where you encountered the Super Star Destroyer.
Yeah.
So it's almost like they've been trying to minimize how far out they've had to go. So anything crossing over through the center of the sector seems to be where the heaviest piracy seems to be.
Okay.
So you, a couple of days later, arrive at Enkilmaski. The throat singing. You are on your 4th playthrough of Death Wishes playlist.
Long playlist.
No, Monia's greatest hits.
Yeah.
No, that's quite short.
Is that a willing play 4th time, or is it just because the ship has frozen up, the systems are that bad that it won't stop playing it?
I'm entirely happy to for it to be either of those things.
Ratchet, are you laying this cord?
I would be laying it after we leave. I'd be working out exactly where to place it, so I can lay it quickly. But I'm literally pre-planning it, and I'd even possibly put down the receptacles that will hold the cable, but not actually itself. Do you know what I mean? So I can literally just go zoop, 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 dead quick, and basically have it in place. So I'm prepping.
So can you make me a technology roll? This is for your prep, and when it comes to it, you'll need to do a shoot roll. Sorry. So this will potentially give you an aspect to boost it.
Well, I've got shoots. That's okay.
Is this something I can help him with? Because I'm got a good technology as well.
Yep.
So I'd be more than happy with Death Wishes assist.
I'll fly the ship.
Okay. So Death Wish, do you want to make a
technology roll?
Technology roll as well. And against a 2 on this because you're helping.
Okay. That's +1. So I've got 5. So
5. Yep. So you're gonna get a boost for the help of, shall we call it, many hands make light work. It doesn't really matter. It's gonna go away. So you've got that +2 automatically.
Okay. So I will roll. I just got a -1, unfortunately.
So you could use the boost to re-roll rather than the +2 if you wanted.
Okay, yeah. Let's do a re-roll. And that's better, but it would better for me to go for the +2. I got the zip on that, so that's a total of 4.
4. Okay, so you will have an aspect of.
Is that me saying the instructions here actually say don't put the red toggle on the red toggle like you're going to, because that sets it off straight away? Try the blue one.
I haven't put the. Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, now you mention it, he says.
We'll call it an aspect of ship schematics. And that will have 2 invokes on it. Because you've basically the 2 of you have had to go through working out like the weak points of the superstructure. While you're doing that, Bravo.
Hello.
As you are bringing the ship exits hyperspace, comes into the Enkil Mashki system.
Mm-hmm.
You can see the first of one of the gas giants not too far off from you, and the scanners just about pick up the orbital refinery. Scanners on the ship are not very good. Just about pick up the orbital refinery in orbit around it. And in the distance, you can pick up Vastan, which is the main inhabited planet, which is where the starport is that you know the Vigo Gostan, the HQ of the Vakanda Alliance Corporation is down on that planet.
Yep.
And there's no obvious Imperial ships in orbit. No Star Destroyers or that.
No Imperial entanglements, you mean? Very well. I shall head to the planet, I think. We need to stock up on, maybe get some death sticks.
Well, don't we want to go and find what's his name anyway down here?
Yeah,
Los Cabent.
What I was thinking is they've probably, they're in control of the illicit smoking apparatus trade. So the easiest way to, kind of get into the network here is to go off looking for some death sticks. Is all I'm thinking. Why do you keep going on about death sticks?
I'm confused.
So I'm not going to make you roll a pilot to bring it into port, although it's not a comfortable descent into atmosphere. The ship rattles.
Those weak points.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you get the idea, Ratchet, that actually you could have just brought the ship into the atmosphere and you'd see the weak points because that's where the atmosphere is coming in.
Awesome.
Excellent.
Because I sort of imagined the cargo hold probably isn't pressurized. You've been in suits all this. So the starport is at like the center of an industrial sector on the planet. But compared to what you had at Mantell, where it was the big, the mine and the refinery of that, it's much more high-tech sort of refineries because the materials coming off the gas giants and being brought down here and processed. So you've got big tanks of, pure liquid hydrogen and various other materials. And fabrication plants and like. But it's all just a bit more the next sort of level up in terms of what it's producing. The shipyards are busy, but there's a lot of movement, but you're able to get a dock without any issue. You are given docking bay J45.
Remember where we parked, guys.
I refuse to land anywhere unless it's docking bay 94.
Are you going to argue that with the control, or are you going to bribe the controller?
No, I guess I'm not piloting anyway, am I, at the moment? So Bravo is, but.
And you're on the planet. The atmosphere that has already started leaking in has a tang to it. That industrial that sort of industrial big city feel.
Plenty of ozone.
Nobody comes to, no docking officials come to the ship. What do you want to do?
Is there a place that we can basically submit our manifest, or we don't even have to do that?
There hasn't been any request for that,
Okay.
no.
Weird.
Are we saying that our kid is with us on
Yes.
this mission? Yeah.
He's gone into one of his moody moments.
He's playing some kids' music.
Yeah.
Okay, well, he can stay with the ship then and make sure people don't come and check our cargo whilst we're not there.
Yeah. I sort of imagine he spent the entire thing in the cockpit of his what did he switch to? X-Wing, didn't he?
X-Wing, yeah.
Of his X-Wing, playing jazz music so that he didn't have to hear the throat singing. He'll stay with the ship.
Yeah, cool. Well, let's go and get Bravo some death sticks then, I guess.
What?
Remember, it's not about the death sticks. It's about making contact with the local underworld.
I know, you keep telling yourself that, and it's fine.
So whereabouts do you want to head?
Well, I don't think going to the headquarters of the Black Sun is a knocking on the door and saying, "Hello, can you tell us who you work for?"
I mean, is there a headquarters that's known that people know of? Okay.
That you've been able to uncover. Yeah, it's not an open secret, but it's not a hard secret to.
Right. Yeah.
It's sort of more like a mob business that, everyone knows this construction company is owned by the mob sort of thing.
Yeah. I guess though, if Kabent is the guy we're after and he's working with the Black Sun rather than employed by them, is that what we think? Then
we don't know.
Maybe finding there can't be too many Kaminoans on this planet.
Do we find him and beat it out of him?
Well,
how would we talk about that?
Well, we could find him and then see who he's talking to, and then see which ship he's using, and then track that back,
I could see if I could hack his records.
Yep, that's a good idea. Because I'm quite vengeful. I don't mind beating people up if there's a good reason for it.
Okay.
So you're going looking for Kabent then?
Yep.
So do you have a particular way you're trying to find him? Or
I think Ratchet was going to try and hack into some.
See if
is there like a local, I don't know, shipping database that we could
or directly with businesses. A sort of like a telephone directory.
There is a sort of control office for the starport.
Okay.
Who you were half surprised they didn't come in and ask for your manifest. So
that's what I was.
They would have probably a list of ships coming and going, and registered owners, that sort of information. And you do have the list of ships that have gone missing that you could cross-reference.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see if I can go near there and hack into their systems.
So the office is, it's at the center of the starport. There's a tower up above it that's sort of like a control tower.
Mhm.
There's a fair number of people about. Can you make me a notice roll, please? Whoever's there, just to see what you can spot in terms of.
I can give it a go, I guess.
Is it just one of us?
Just one of you, yeah.
I got 2.
Okay, well, better you do it then, yeah.
Unless Bravo is better.
I don't think I am. And also, I've been away, so I don't actually know where we are. So I haven't noticed.
We're outside the customs office in the starport.
And my notice is 1.
All right. That's a total of 1.
You're not able to. You spot like the basic security. There's cameras up, people coming and going. There's a couple of times you have to duck as a couple of stormtroopers wander past. It's all quite relaxed. You're not able to pick up any leaky Wi-Fi signals, remote access signals.
Well, I'd be looking for one of the the R2D2 port things.
Yeah.
None that you spot outside the office.
Okay.
I quite like the stupidity of that. Here's our top secret office building, and here's the port where all the information and plans are kept.
Where you can just plug in and find everything.
Well, we trust droids. They never go rogue.
Yes.
Any droids around?
There are a lot of droids just mingling through the crowd. Yeah.
Do you want to hack an R2 unit? Go and roll in.
Yeah.
And
See if there's an R2 unit or something along those lines that I can basically, or a mouse droid, because people really do ignore the mouse droids.
If you make it roll in like it like belongs there, then
exactly.
People ignore it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, there are some astromechs mostly following people. Some more industrial droids that seem to be carrying cargo to and from ships, but you do spot a few mouse droids scuttling about.
I'm gonna see if I can hack a mouse droid.
Just out of interest, what do mouse droids actually do? What's their purpose apart from rolling around going?
No idea.
Quite often it's messenger sending data around and things like that. And there are also some getting into small places to do repairs and things like that.
Okay.
That makes me think of Farscape, the droids in there.
Oh yeah.
Are there any scutters around?
They are the MSE6 repair droid.
Yeah.
Thanks, Matthew.
Nicknamed the Mouse Droid. The MSE is a nimble courier that delivers secure point-to-point communiques.
Mm.
I mean, that can't be that secure, because if you see one, you just pick it up.
You've got to remember, Star Wars is the analog future. It's got digital stuff, so there's none of this digital cabling or very rarely Wi-Fi. It's more message things are sent around using mouse droids, and they also repair stuff.
You
hold on. Somebody you attempted to reprogram them and replacing their wheels with magnetic strips. Anyway, sorry. Yeah.
Ratchet, what have you been up to doing those mouse droids?
I thought it liked some cheese.
Ratchet, you aren't going to be able to. Oh no, you did your stuff. I was going to say you won't be able to hack.
I'm close to a Imperial technology, so yes. I can actually hack them.
We said that you had that. So
and I'm not on a ship, so
In that case, yes. Can you make me a technology roll against a 3 first, just to hack this droid and get it to scuttle over to you?
That's 4.
It's 4. Yep. So you're able to override its commands and get it to come over to you.
Cool.
What do you want to reprogram it to do?
I want it to basically be a Trojan horse, so I can basically send it into the base, so it can hack the base from within, get the data that just effectively be a Trojan horse, so I can basically use it as a jump off point into their network. So just basically go to a port inside the port place.
Okay. So you're basically using it as a Wi-Fi router.
Yeah.
A boost.
Effectively, it's yeah.
So I'm going to make you to do 2 rolls. First, to get it inside. Can you make me a sneak roll?
Yeah, I got sneak.
Using its sneak of 2.
Oh, it's better sneak than me.
Because no one pays attention to these.
No.
And you're against a 3 here.
Okay.
I thought nobody paid attention to them.
I got 3.
So the droid rolls over, scuttles in the door when it's opened, and you're able to control it into the interior of the office, and it finds a port to log into.
Mm-hmm.
You find yourself connected to the shipyard systems. There is a not incompetent firewall system trying to keep you out.
Yep.
Can you make me a technology roll to hack it? And what information are you trying to get out of it? Because you'll have a limited amount.
I'm trying to see if any of the ships that we're interested in basically came through here. Basically.
Yep. Okay, so against the 3.
Maybe also if there's any, if what's his name, Cabet is registered to any of them, or any of them.
That's more difficult, because you're actually not just asking for just the ship names. I'm just asking for a list of ship names. We'd be asking for the crew for every single ship. You'd be looking for. I'm guessing that'd be a much more difficult role, Craig.
Okay, well you're hacking. You do it, your way.
I don't know. Would it be Craig?
I'll say that the more you get, the better you do. The more information.
I'll say I'll try Deathwish. Well, that is a 7.
So that's beating it by 4. So you have a choice here. You can get the information you want.
Yeah.
That's a given. Yes, a number of the ships did come through here, and you're able to pull off their records.
Okay.
Yep. No, we're not playing Blade Runner, Andy.
What's he saying now?
If you put a mouse droid on its back in the hot sun, what do you do?
Yep.
You're able to pull the records of their, when they were in contacts, etc.
Okay.
With a 7, you'll be able to get 2 more things. And I'm going to let you choose between 2 things of information or 1 piece of information and... Sorry. So you can get two things. There are two pieces of information that you could get.
Yep.
There is, you could put a backdoor into the system.
The boy likes his back doors.
Or you could leave a tracer program.
I'll leave a back door.
Sorry, you get to choose 2 out of those 4.
Oh, okay, so I'll do a back door. And Tracer's into Tracer will basically then search for this information, or
you will get a notification if anything comes up. Basically, that.
Okay, I'm leaving the Tracer.
So Tracer and backdoor rather than more info.
Yeah, I'm because.
Yeah, that's the thing to do.
Yeah, I'll do that. Long term.
I know it's not your back door.
Oh no, we've done both. Tracer and backdoor.
We get that as well.
All right.
Got backdoor and the Tracer.
Okay, Tracer and some backdoor. Surely good.
Let's put that in my character. Back door in. Fastens. Space. Port. Offices.
So yeah, you at this point have a list of the ships and contact details and basically what they presented when they requested a port berth.
Okay. Yep.
It's quite a big file. It goes back a few months. A number of the ships pop up more than once. But the common aspect that you pick up between them is Kesh shipping. That they were subcontracted out by these, either subcontracted out or contracted to ship stuff for them.
Right.
And that you are able to quite easily find on just the general network. Is a shipping company that operates out of this starport.
Okay.
Ship to their offices then, I think.
Yeah, well, trip near or trip to some offices that we can find out who owns it and who runs it.
Well, yeah, let's find that out by going in through the front door.
Okay.
So it's not difficult to find the office. And I say the office because it is literally just a single room.
Yeah.
There's no one answers the buzzer if you buzz. There's just like a sign on the door sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't look like anyone has been here for a while.
Right. Okay. So we need to know who pays the rent on this office. It's obviously just a dead drop, effectively, and a legitimate
shell company.
Yeah. Where can we? What's the nearest equivalent to like the local civic hall or company's house, or
do we want to break in and have a search of this place?
Well, let's not do that. I'm. If it's not been used for some time, there's not going to be any recent data, and we may just get caught. My plan coming here was simply to say, have you got any cargo you need taking anywhere? We're a bit light. We've only got 4 fighter planes.
We've only got 4 starfighters in our hull.
But that's not going to happen. But we can find out who pays the rent and where they're based, I think.
So from all that information that we got through Ratchet's hacking, do we get any more information on Kesh shipping other than just the name and the location of the office?
Not too much. That's what the ships that came in. Why they registered saying we are here to pick up a shipment from. Oh, I suppose you would have seen that Cabent was listed as the contact for Kess shipping.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Right.
But beyond that, not so much.
And the only kind of office address or contact address is this one.
That you found easily, yes, without any deeper research. Can everyone make me a notice roll, please?
I can try.
Oh,
2.
0.
-1.
So 2, -1, and 0, was it?
0, yeah.
So 0 was Death Wish, and -1 was
Me.
Bravo.
And I got 2. Sorry,
2.
Yep. So I got +1, -1.
While Bravo and Death Wish, you're debating whether to kick in the door. Ratchet, there is
no debate. Death Wish.
You get the feeling that you're being watched.
Do you think we're getting watched? I'll have a look round.
If you think we're being watched, you might want to be subtle about it.
Ratchet didn't do stuff. There's a camera across the street pointing directly at this door.
Okay,
it's an obvious camera. It's not like a hidden camera or anything.
It's fairly obvious.
We didn't see it, did we?
Yeah, Ratchet did though.
Yeah, Ratchet hasn't even told us yet. I'm guessing.
But
there's a camera there.
Is that it seems to be actively what you've noticed that's triggered, that's helped you spot it, is that it seems to be actively panning between the three of you, as if like trying to get a clear shot of each of your faces.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Let's not give it a clear.
What I said we shouldn't break in.
No, I'm quite content with a not breaking in plan. That's fine. It was. Just
I'm gonna sort of look at my data pad, so keeping it down, but I'm going to keep my head down. I'm going to cross the street underneath and I'm going to see if I can see where the wire goes, so I can possibly wiretap it and see if I can follow it where the signal goes to, possibly.
The wire heads
wireless
into the building that it's attached to.
Oh, okay. Right, I'm going to look for an entrance and egress into the building.
So this building is actually the back side of a well, actually, this it's 1:45, so it would be appropriate for next session. It is the back of a jizz club.
Oh, let's go and get our kid from the ship.
Do we find that our kid has left his post and is currently sat in the club enjoying the music?
Wouldn't be surprised.
No.
We will find that out next time.
The future of rebellion, after all.
Brilliant. I like that.
I think we will probably bring it to a close there.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sounds like a plan.
Given we're at 1:45.
Yep.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yes.
Excellent. Yes.
Excellent again.
And thank you for the harassment in the chat.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
And who else do we have?
Bruce.
Mohammed
Bruce,
And
Mohammed,
and
and Andy, and some others, I think.
I don't know who EA is, but thank you for if you've been watching.
Welcome, EA. Yes,
Yeah, welcome, EA.
to the stream.
Mhm.
I wonder who EA is. We may find out. Anyway, so we are. When did you? Are you saying we've got to miss a week?
We will be skipping the week of the 28th. I'm away that week.
Yeah.
I don't know if people could do the 21st or the 4th, but we shall.
I'm at my daughter's graduation on the 21st.
I can't do the 4th. I'm at Edgbaston watching the cricket.
We shall maybe.
Dave, you've watched cricket already this year.
I'm doing route on that on the 4th. So.
Okay, so we will probably reconvene then on the 11th in just under a month.
Yeah.
Okay.
The 11th of August, everybody. See you then.
Cool.
Yes.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
Yes, thanks for
Cheers.
watching.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Bye.